Students, in last class we had discussed about one of the important lesson, that is our national symbols. So in this chapter we have discussed about national emblem, national flag and national song and national anthem, how that one created and what are the things we are called as a national emblem and national flag and national song. So these are the things we have discussed in last video. So in this video we are discussing next another important lesson, that is our government. So in this chapter fully we are discussing about which is our government and what was the types we can see and what was the powers they have for each government. So this only discussing in this class. So already we are knowing our country is a subcontinent. So why we are calling this one is subcontinent? Because of we can see different religion, different culture, language, traditions. So on that based we can see this India is a subcontinent, and this subcontinent became independent on 15th August 1947. So that day we are celebrating as a Independence Day. So on that day we got a independence. So afterwards one of the new country was emerged, that is India. So in that India at present we can see 29 states and 7 union territories. So this 29 states and 7 union territories including we are called as a Indian Union. So this 29 states and 7 union territories, this one including we are calling our India is a Indian Union. So afterwards we want to know, so which types of government we can see in India. So in India, so when we got freedom, so afterwards who are political leaders or thinkers or they came, so they are given one of the new government or one of the good government implemented in India, so that is Democratic Republic. That means now we want to know, so which types of government adapted by our country means Democratic Republic. So why we are our leaders who are they came on the time, why they implemented this type of government Democratic Republic? Because of already we are knowing India is not only one religion following country or one language or one tradition. No, here we can see different language traditions. So that's why the thinkers they thought that so this is good and suitable government for our country. So that's why on based on recommendation of good leaders or good thinkers, political thinkers, on that based we are adopted Democratic Republic government in our country. So that means students, now we are understood our country's government Democratic Republic. And next one we want to know, so afterwards we implemented our own constitution, because so when we want to establish our government we need some rules and regulations and powers for government or peoples. So in that purpose for only, and we want to maintain good peace and order in our society. So on that based we implemented or we adopted constitution in the time of 26 January 1950. On 26 January 1950 we adopted our constitution. So on that day we are celebrating as a Republican Day. So this day we can see we adopted our own constitution, our rules and regulations on 26 January 1950. So these is major or introductions of in this chapter. First one is we got independence on August 15, 1947. Afterwards we adopted our own government, that is Democratic Republic. So totally how many states and union territories we can see in India? 29 states and 7 union territory. So afterwards we have discussed about we adopted our own constitution in the year of or on 26 January 1950. So on that day we are celebrating as a Republic Day. So these are the introductions of in this topic. So next one we want to know, so in which types of government we can see in India? Because of already I told, because in India we cannot see or we cannot find same culture, same traditions or same language. We can see various physical features are so different, Same way, language, traditions and food consumption method, practice also we can see some difference. So on that based we adapted, there are two types of government in India. In national level, means in central level, we adopted central government. Same way, in state level also, we adopted state government. So these like we can see two types of government. Central government we called as a union government. Same way, state level we can see state government. So that means now we understood, we adopted two types of government. So now we want to know why we adopted these, like these are the two types of government. Because India is a vast country. We already know seventh largest country in the world, or in world ranking India have 7th position. So on that based, India is a big country. Only one country cannot possible to rule all the places, or only one person, no, cannot. And already we are knowing in India we can see different tradition, language, culture, so practice, religion also different. So on that based, only one person or one government cannot rule or cannot see all the places. So that's why we divided powers based on decentralization method. So based on decentralization, we divided the powers. Only one person, if they have the power, he cannot rule or he cannot control all the places. So that's why in India we adopted two types of government. One is union government, that is in national level, so that only we called as a central government. Same way in state level we can see state government. So now that means now we want to know one by one in types of central government or houses of central government, same in state level, and what are the powers are there, and who are the leader of that particular government. So that only now we want to know. And here in central government or union government, we can see there are two houses. One is Lok Sabha, second one is Rajya Sabha. So in central government we can see two houses. One is Lok Sabha, second one is Rajya Sabha. And Lok Sabha we are called as a lower house, and Rajya Sabha we are called as a upper house. And now we want to know strength of each houses. So in Rajya Sabha we can see 250 members, and Lok Sabha we can see 552 members. In Lok Sabha we can see 552 members. Same way in Lok Sabha we can see how many members have in Rajya Sabha means 250. And now we want to know the process of electing method for Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. In Lok Sabha we can see the direct election method, a direct electing method. That means people's, they're selecting their own representative or candidate for their particular constituency. In Lok Sabha members, that means we can call it as a MPs, member of parliament. So these Lok Sabha members, how they electing? We means peoples, common peoples who are become above the age of 18 and they become citizens of India. So they have the rights and powers. They can elect the member of Lok Sabha. And the total strength I already told 552. So that means now we want to know what was the conditions are there to become member of Lok Sabha. So here we can see must and should, first condition, that is you want to become a citizen of India. And second one, you want to complete age 25 years. So this is also one of the important condition. And finally, parliament time to time they will implement some of the rules and regulations. That one, that person who want to become a member of parliament or become a Lok Sabha member, they want to follow it. So these are the common or general qualification to become a Lok Sabha member. First one is should a citizen of India or a country. Second one, you want to complete age 25 years. And finally, Parliament, what they implement time to time some of the rules and regulations, that one you want to should follow it. So these, like, if we have the qualification, we also can stand for election of Lok Sabha. And here already told, this is direct election method. Peoples, we are selecting our own representatives. And in that we want to know second one important house, that is Rajya Sabha. So this one we are called as the upper house. So already I told, here we can see total members or total strength of Rajya Sabha 250. So in this 250, some of them means we can see here indirect election method. That means peoples who are we, common peoples, we cannot select a candidate. We not have power. So who are we already selected in Lok Sabha members. So they have the power to elect a Rajya Sabha member. Not we, not a common peoples. So who are representatives we already elected for Rajya Sabha. So they have the power to choose a Rajya Sabha member. So here already I told total strength is 250. Some of them they electing by Lok Sabha members. Some of them the President of India who are there, they are electing or they are nominating some of them. So these, like, we can see the election process of Rajya Sabha. This is not indirect, this is not direct method, this is indirect method. We not have power to elect a Rajya Sabha candidate. Only who are become Lok Sabha members, they have the power to elect a candidate. And I told already total strength is 250. So next one we want to know, so what was the qualification we can see for Rajya Sabha member? So same what we discussed in Lok Sabha, same, but we can change only in age. First condition should be a citizen of a country, so that is common. Second one, age here you want to complete minimum 30 years. So that is common condition to become a Rajya Sabha member. And third one, same condition, Parliament, what they will implement time to time, that rules and regulations want to follow by candidate. So these are the important conditions we can see for Rajya Sabha members. So that means students, now we have discussed about there are two houses in central government or union government. One is Lok Sabha, second one is Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha strength 552, Rajya Sabha strength 250, and Lok Sabha we are called as a lower house, and Rajya Sabha we are called as a upper house. And we have discussed qualification also in each houses. Both houses also same conditions in citizen of a country and Parliament what they implement time to time, that rules and regulations, that both also same, but in age only we can see the some difference. In Lok Sabha members they want to complete 25 years of age. In Rajya Sabha member they want to complete 30. So these are the important points about Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Next one we want to know who, that means next one we want to know where is we can see this one house, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So this one we are called as, including this both house, we are called as a parliament. So this parliament we can see in the place of New Delhi, that is national capital of our country. So what we are calling our country, what we are calling national capital. So in that place we can see the house, two houses, that means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in the place. So in this house we are called as a, together we are called as a parliament. So this one located in New Delhi. And who is head for this government in central government? President is a citizen of a country, first citizen of a country. He is the head of central government. So any policy or any programs are implemented by central government, this one coming by the name of President of India. So that means who is head of central government? President. So these are the important points about central government. Two houses and parliament, and head of the government of central, head of the central government is President. And next one we want to know, second one, in state level government, that is state government. So what are the part are there? So that only now we want to know. And here in state government we can see there are two houses. One is State Legislative Assembly. Second one is Legislative Council. First one is Legislative Assembly. Second one is Legislative Council. So Legislative Assembly we can call as a Vidhana Sabha, and Legislative Council we can call as a Vidhana Parishad. In Karnataka we can call as a Vidhana Sabha and Vidhana Parishad. Legislative Assembly we can call as a Vidhana Sabha. State Legislative Council we can call as a Vidhana Parishad. So where this one is located? So this house is located in Vidhana Soudha in Bangalore. So here we can see Karnataka Legislative Assembly and Council in the place of Bangalore. So that only we can call it as a Vidhana Soudha. And now we are discussed, now we are knowing there are two houses. One is Vidhana Sabha, second one is Vidhana Parishad. That means Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council. So now we want to know strength of in each houses. In Legislative Assembly we can see total strength is 225. In Council, Legislative Council we can see total strength is 75. And what we discussed, same election method. So here also we can see what we discussed in central government, same procedure we can see in state government. So here also they become a member of Legislative Assembly, they are electing by a direct election method. That means we, citizen of a country, that means common people, we have the power. So who are become age of 18, who are over the age of 18, they have the power to elect a candidate of Legislative Assembly. And some of the conditions or qualifications also we can see. So that is common. What we discussed for Lok Sabha, same qualifications we can see for Legislative Assembly. Citizen of a country, and you want to complete 25 years of age, and what the parliament they will implement time to time, the rules and regulations, that candidate should follow it. So these are the common rules. But this one, they have the power in state level, who are become a member of state assembly. So they have the power in that surrounding of that particular state. And same already total strength is 225. And next one we want to know second type of house, that is Legislative Council. So the total strength of Legislative Council 75. And here the election procedure method is indirect method. Common peoples we not have a power to elect a candidate. So here who are elected already in Legislative Assembly, that means in Vidhana Sabha, so they have the power to elect a candidate of Legislative Council, not a we. Means common peoples we not have power to elect a candidate of Legislative Council. The total strength is 75. Some of them here nominating by governor. So this was one of the important point in Legislative Council. And the conditions, if any one person to become a candidate of Legislative Council, is there any conditions? Yes. You also can see some of the qualification. So here we can see the qualification. First one is same, you want to should be a citizen of country. Second one, you want to complete minimum age 30. And third one, parliament, if they implementing any rules and regulations time to time, that one you want to should follow it. So these like conditions we can see for Legislative Council. And already told, this house we can see in the place of Bangalore in Karnataka. So that one we are called as a Vidhana Soudha. And who is head for this both house? Governor. In state level, if they have the government, so who is head of that particular government, state government? Governor is a head. In central level we can see president. Same way in state level we can see governor is the head of in that particular state government. So if any rules and regulations or programs implemented by state government, this one coming by the name of governor. So these like we can see there are two types of government in our nation. One is central level, means in national level we can see central government or union government. Same way in state level we can see state government. In the state government we have discussed there are two houses. One is Legislative Council, second one is Legislative Assembly. In Legislative Council we can see the total strength 75. Legislative Assembly we can see total strength is 225. And Legislative Council, that one is indirect method to elect a candidate. So in Legislative Assembly we have discussed common people who are citizens of a country, they have the power to elect a candidate. That means direct election method. And who is head of state government? Governor. So these are the important points, and qualifications also we have discussed. What we discussed Lok Sabha qualifications, same qualifications we can see for state government or state legislature. So these are the important points. And next one we want to know how president are electing. So who are the member of this ones? Central government and state government. That means Lok Sabha member, Rajya Sabha member. Same in state level, state legislative assembly and state legislative council. Who are the members? They have the power to elect a candidate of president. So they only selecting by president. And now we want to know how governor are electing. Is there any election? No. So president nominating by governors. So yes students, just you have to observe it. This is common general knowledge you want to know. So how president are electing by who are the member of central legislature and state legislature members. That means Rajya Sabha member, Lok Sabha member and legislative council member and legislative assembly members. They have the power to elect a president of India. And how governor are electing? Not electing here president, they have the power to nominate a person as a governor for that particular state. So these like we are electing governor and president. So students, these are the important points about our government. So in this chapter we have discussed about what types of government we can see in India. There are two types of government, central government or union government, and second one is state government. And we have discussed qualification, and we have discussed about the head of that particular government. So these are the important points we have discussed in this video. So next class we can discuss about another important lesson. Okay, thank you.